Hey guys, I'm Tara. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a yoga-inspired lower body workout. So if you don't really do yoga and you're just looking for a lower body workout, you can do this. If you are a yogi and you just want more of a practice that's really focused on lower body strengthening, then you can do this as well. If you are not really someone who typically does yoga, I hope with this practice that maybe it piques your interest a little bit. So although today's practice is really going to be more workout based, just know that there's so much more to yoga than just working on our physical body. And if you guys are interested in that, I do have a free 7-day yoga experience that shows you a different aspect of yoga each day. So I'll link that in the description down below. So that's it. All you need is your mat today and we will get started. So we're going to start on all fours, on your hands and knees. Have your hands directly underneath your shoulders, knees directly under your hips, and their hip width apart. From here, we're going to just move through some cat-cows to warm up our body. So you're going to arch your back up to the sky into cat, drop your head down, and then let your belly fall toward the earth. Look up, arching the back. Tuck underneath you for cat. And relax for cow. Tuck under cat. And one more time, cow. Come back to a neutral spine, flat back. Gently engage your abdomen, pulling the abs up and in toward your spine while still breathing, never holding your breath. From here, you're going to put the weight into the left knee and you're going to extend your right leg out. Hold here. Squeeze through the right glute. Keep the quad facing the earth so your legs internally rotated. You're not opening up this way. Okay. Relax the right leg down and switch the left leg. You can always bring your leg in closer to the center line, the knee that's on the floor. Hold it. Breathe. Make sure your back stays flat. You're not arching your back down. Bring the left leg down and switch to the right. Squeeze the right glute, warming up the legs. Keep a slight bend in your elbows so they're not locked out. Relax the right leg down, extend the left leg out. Slight tuck in your chin. Looking down at the earth. Relax that leg down. One more on each side. Right leg extends. Hold it. Breathe. Right leg down, left leg extends. Hold it and breathe. Relax the left leg down. Tuck under your toes. And we're going to send our hips back to down dog. So you're going to lift your knees up off the floor, send your hips back. So you're sending your hips back, working the heels to the floor. And you can have a nice deep bend in the knees here, at least for the first one. Press through your hands, send the hips up. Just opening through the calves, waking the calves up. You can even move the feet, dropping one heel and then the other. If you want to work through straightening the knee, you can do that. And then come back to stillness. Start to walk your feet to the front of the mat, toward your hands, and roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time. We're going to move into some heel raises. So you're going to have your feet about hip width apart. You're going to have a slight bend in your knees. You're going to lift up onto your toes, reaching your arms up, and then come back down. What you want to make sure is that you keep the weight on toward the area of your big toe and you're not going to be on your outer pinkies where your heels kind of like whip in, okay? Okay, so since this is a yoga fusion, that's why we're moving with the arms and we're going to work with the breath. So we're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift up the heels, lift the arms up. Inhale, come back down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, back down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, back down. Keep going with the breath like that. This is working the calf muscles, the gastroc. Slight bend in your knees, slow and controlled on the way up and on the way down. Keep going. It's a little bit of a balance thing there too. I almost lost my balance. For all the yogis out there, we know that yoga isn't about being perfect. It's about doing what you can today. And it changes every day. Keep going. You should feel the calves really waking up by now. 5 more. Last one. Okay, come back down, reach your arms overhead, stretch up, and fold forward. We're gonna step back into downward dog. So our downward dog is a pose that we'll come back to a lot while we transition between poses. Should feel pretty nice after doing those heel raises too. From here, you're gonna bring your left foot to the center line and step your right foot forward for crescent lunge. So you're gonna be on the back left toes, right knee is bent, and you're gonna lift up from here, arms lift up. Breathe here. So we're gonna take some movement here. So what we're gonna do is you're going to press the right leg straight and bring your hands into prayer. And then bend the right knee, arms come back up. Okay, moving with the breath, inhale to prepare. Exhale, straighten the right knee, hands at prayer. Inhale, lower down, arms up. Exhale, press the right knee straight. Inhale, arms up. Keep going like that. You really want to feel the glute working on the right side. So as you press the leg straight, really try to put the energy in the right glute. 2 more. Last one. Hold crescent. Straighten the back left leg. Hold it. Bring the arms down and step back to down dog. Take a moment here. Moving feet out as you need. If at any time in the practice you need a break, feel free to come into down dog, or you could always take a child's pose that looks like this. Feet together and you relax down. Bring the right leg to the center line. Step your left foot forward for crescent lunge on the other side. So your right knee is straight, left knee is bent. Lift the arms up. Breathe here. Really straightening through the back right leg. From here, we'll move with the breath. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, straighten the left knee, bring the hands to your heart. Inhale, lower down, arms back up. Exhale, straighten the left leg. Inhale, arms back up, bend the left knee. Exhale, straighten the left leg. Inhale, lower. Keep going like that, on and off. Again, as you press up, really try to put the energy in the left glute. It's hard work. 2 more. Really slow and controlled. Okay, place your hands down to border your left foot and step back to down dog. Breathe here, hold for a moment. Come up onto your toes, really lifting, and then place the heels back down. See if they can get a little bit further. From here, bring your left foot to the center line, step your right foot forward. Drop your back left heel so your foot's at a 45-degree angle, and you're gonna open yourself up to warrior 2. So in warrior 2, you're in a pretty wide stance. The front right leg is bent, left leg is straight, working the heel toward the floor, and your hips are open to the side of the mat. Arms straight out. Breathe here. So we're gonna bring some movement into this pose like we did in crescent. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna inhale to prepare. As you exhale, straighten the right leg, touch the arms at the top, hands at the top. Inhale, back down. Exhale, press straight, touch the hands at the top. Inhale, back down. Keep going. Make sure your right knee stays in good alignment, so don't let that knee fall in, okay? It's staying like out, directly over your ankle. Keep flowing. Look straight out over your front arm. One more. Relax your hands down and press yourself back to down dog. All right, we're gonna do that on the other side. Take a moment. Bring the right foot to the center line. Step the left leg forward. Keep the left knee bent. Bring the right heel to the floor, foot at a 45-degree angle, and open yourself up to warrior two. Hips are open toward the side of the mat. Straighten your arms out. Keep your gaze over your front arm, so you're kind of like looking directly over your middle finger. Moving with the breath, inhale to prepare. Exhale, straighten the left knee. Touch the hands at the top. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, straighten the left knee, touch the hands at the top. Inhale, back to warrior two. Keep going like that with the breath. So nice, deep, steady breaths. Yoga is about connecting the breath with movement, while Vinyasa Yoga is about connecting the breath with movement. But a lot of yoga practices, we really focus on the breath. Keep going, 3 more. Keep the hips open to the side of the mat. Keep your front knee directly over your ankle. I think this is the last one. Now I know I said 3. Hold in warrior two for a moment. Bring the hands down to border your left foot and step back to down dog. From here, start to walk your feet forward to the front of the mat and roll yourself up 1 vertebrae at a time. Okay, so we're gonna move into a warrior 3 type variation. So this is a little challenging for the balance. So there's options here. So you're gonna be on one foot. So you're gonna have your weight on your right foot, slight bend in the right knee. If all you can do is lean forward just a little bit and then tap back up like this, that's perfectly fine. You're thinking of working the glute as you lift back up. If you'd like more of a challenge, you're gonna have your weight in the right leg, okay? Slight bend in that knee. Tap your left hand to the floor, and the left leg comes up to about a 90-degree angle. Keep your back left toes facing toward the floor, and then come back up, tapping that foot, okay? Either option, we're gonna move on and off there, okay? Okay, so for this one, we're gonna inhale as we reach down, and exhale as we come up. Inhale, reach down. Exhale, up. Keep going like that. If you lose your balance at all, just come back to it. It's not a big deal. Keep your back flat. If you're doing both of them, keep your back flat, but especially if you're reaching down to the floor. Think about using the glute as you pull yourself back up. 3 more. Last one. Okay, and back to standing. Okay, switching sides. Again, either doing those mini little lean forwards and tapping up, that's fine. Wherever you're at today, this is your own practice. If you'd like the full variation, go ahead and tap the right hand to the floor. Okay, and with the breath, we're inhaling on the way down, exhaling on the way up. Inhale down, exhale up. Keep going. Keep the breath like that. Deep, steady breathing. Keep the back right leg so the toes are pointing down. That keeps your hips in good alignment. Three more. This will be working your glute, also working your ankle stability. Keep the back flat. Okay, coming back up to standing. From here, step your right foot back into a wide stance. Point your toes out to the outer edges of your mat, and you're gonna sit into a goddess pose. Breathe here. This is our last bit of work, okay? And then we can stretch it out. Reach your arms up and hold it. We're just gonna hold here. We're not gonna pulse. Breathe. Try to sit a little lower. Make sure you're keeping your knees pulling back. So you're keeping the hips open. Try not to let the knees collapse in. Keep breathing. Pull the abs in gently. Keep your shoulders down away from your ears. We're almost there. 2 more breaths. Go ahead and straighten the knees. Turn your toes so they're pointing to face toward the front of the mat. Reach your arms up and fold forward into a wide leg standing forward fold. In yoga, we call this Prasarita Padottanasana. Breathe here. Walk your hands over to the right leg and hold on to the right ankle. If you have tight hamstrings, you might be up higher and just leaning over onto the quad this way. That's fine. Walk yourself back over to the left, holding onto the left ankle, the left thigh. Come back to center. Place your hands on your hips. With a flat back, lift yourself up, so squeezing through the glutes as you lift up. And let's take one more forward fold there. Reach the arms up. Arms come out to the side, fold forward. Hands on the floor. If you need to place something under your hand, the yoga blocks are great. If you don't have any props and you can't reach the floor with your knees straight, feel free to have a bend in your knees. Just let it go. From here, walk your hands back over your right foot. Turn your feet to face the front of the mat and step yourself back to down dog. Take some movement here, placing one heel to the floor and then the other on and off. Find some stillness here, working the heels to the back of the mat, working to get your knees as straight as you can. From here, you're going to drop to your knees. Place your feet together, knees wide, and just sit back into a wide leg child's pose. Head relaxes on the earth. Let it go. Start to walk yourself back up. Cross your feet behind you, sit back. We're going to lay on our backs. So keep your knees bent, hands out in front of you, and roll yourself down one vertebrae at a time. Let's stretch out the glutes because we did a lot of work on them today. So you're going to cross your right ankle over your left thigh, right above your knee. So you can either stay here and just work on pressing the right knee toward the back of your mat, really gently with your hand if you're giving over pressure. Or go ahead and bring the legs in toward you, hooking underneath the left hamstring, and pulling in this way. So you like reach through the space between your legs. In this posture, also working the right knee, aiming toward the back of the mat. Keep your upper body relaxed. If to grab onto your leg, you have to lift up like this. I would rather you just stick with the first variation. Breathe into your right hip. Go ahead and relax your legs down and switch sides, placing your right foot on the floor. Left foot crosses over the right thigh. Either stay here, pressing the left knee toward the back of the mat, or thread your hands through to hold onto your right hamstring. Pulling the legs in this way. Breathe here. More breaths. Go ahead and relax your legs down. Maybe just let your legs fall side to side. And lastly, lifting your arms overhead. And you're going to lift your hips up just into a little bridge stretch. Stretch through the body. I like to end a lot of my yoga classes with this pose because I feel like it kind of reverses all the forward bending we do. And roll yourself back down one vertebrae at a time. Maybe take a little windshield wipe of the legs one more time. And go ahead and roll onto your side and sit up. Okay guys, so since I made this more of a yoga inspired lower body workout, I'm not going to end with you in Shavasana today. I do highly recommend you take a Shavasana. It's really good just to seal in everything you did, take a moment to rest, take a moment to look inward. So I do recommend you still take the Shavasana. If you guys are interested in learning about what else yoga has to offer other than just workouts, then feel free to check out my free yoga experience, and I'll link that down below. There are a few flow days in there that we do more workout type yoga practices, but there really is so much more to it than that, so I think you guys will really like it. I also have a lot of other vinyasa yoga flows on my channel if you're interested in that. If you guys are not already subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button right below me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.